AJ, did you get Brian Kelly fired?
I hope not, but listen, I called it out. I said if they struggled, and I said on y'all show, I said look for it to be a conversation. Yeah. But listen, I didn't think it was going to come that quick. You know, yeah, that's what she said. But I thought it would, with LSU and the rumblings you hear behind the scenes of them not having the money to pay that buyout. But like me and you discussed on the phone, I think there's some other factors to it that's, going to happen where he's not getting all of that 53. So I think that's one thing that helped him out.
It's as fertile as recruiting grounds as there is in the nation, in my opinion, per capita anyways. I believe Louisiana, South Carolina are my two favorite as far as per capita. You can find a bunch of gyms in the rough there. They're in a prime location. You got Bama, Florida, Texas. I mean, you're in a hell of a place to go get them. Frank Wilson, I've known a long time, great recruiter. I'm sure you do. Another friend of mine, Jaluk, is a Louisiana legend in recruiting. He's now at Florida. He slapped a motherfucker. He got suspended, but he's at Florida. Dave told me similar things that you and I discussed. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there with Brian Kelly, because he also had a cat fall off a 75-mile-an-hour wind tunnel on the deer stand. But that's not even been discussed. So I want to dive
15-year anniversary.
15-year anniversary for that kid. Shout out to that GA kid. Financial aid was a motherfucker.
Wow.
So I want to dive into this. Where are we in the college world right now? In a deep macro scale, like AJ McCarron's take on where we are. $179 million has been paid out, and it isn't even November yet. We've never seen anything like it. I thought it was a major deal when Willie Taggart got $18 million to leave Florida State. Here's $18 million. Get the hell out. Now we're paying guys $100 million. In the case of Mike Norvell at Florida State, that's probably why he hasn't been let go yet. They can't manage that dollar amount for the staff and then bring in a new staff. So where are we at in college football, and what does it mean?
Yeah, I mein, listen, we're as a totality, we are at a time where we've never seen before. I think there's so many question marks of, the NCAA not understanding the portal, not understanding everything they were affecting when they made all these changes, not knowing who's, what kids are getting paid, how much they're getting paid, how are we going to sustain it? And then now, I mean, it's just the way it is with social media and more, presidents and ADs not having, the nuts about them to just stand up and say, hey, we're going to see this out for a little bit longer. They feel the pressure. So therefore they think, oh, well, shit, I'm going to be the next one to get fired. So therefore they start firing coaches earlier than what needs to happen, because in the end, you're firing coaches that are winning double-digit games a year. Right. And then who are you going to hire? There ain't that many double-digit win coaches out there.
The next hot guy, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, and if that doesn't work, you give him 2 years. I mean, on the scale we're on right now, you're just giving everybody 2 years, and then it's, oh, you didn't win a national championship when there's 3 national championship coaches in all of college football. And we think we're just gonna go hire all these coaches that are gonna come in and just win national championships. But it's all because it goes back to the NCAA, because you put the pressure by making this body of college football the way it is. You put all this pressure on these presidents and these ADs to go out and make calls to all these boosters to ask for all this money for all, the last 5 years or so. And the ROI on their money, they're not seeing shit. And when you don't see any return on your money, right, you're not going to keep giving money. It's just the way it is. It's all a business. If I ask you and Smitty, hey, Smitty and JB, I got an unbelievable deal with this business situation over here. Y'all give me $100,000 each. I'm going to turn that $100,000 and we're going to flip it. And y'all say, okay, well, what's the time frame on that? Give me 1 year. And after that 1 year, guess what? And y'all ain't had your money flipped.
Right.
You got questions.
Right.
You'd be like, hey, what happened to the money? So you can't keep going to these same people and these same boosters asking for money and not see anything in return and then expecting them to keep giving money. It doesn't work that way. And then you expect them to say, hey, we need help with the buyout now. That coach
Right.
work out, but this next coach I got, it's going to work out.
Right.
It's the same story over and over. It don't make any sense.
There's 3 guys now without Nick Saban that have won natties currently coaching. Like there's 3 guys out of 131 playing schools, Smitty. Like I don't think they realize that what AJ's saying. If you're LSU though, do you write a check to Nick Saban and say, here's $25 million a year, turn it down? Tell me no. Tell me no.
I'm giving a call regardless. I don't think he would ever take it, but I'm giving a call. And then I'm going to ask him, if he would help in the process or at least lead me in the right direction. If not, but I mean, he's for sure a call. Every top coach, Urban Meyer, just to see what they say. Urban Meyer, Coach Saban, Lane's going to get a call. Anybody that I think, and then if that road doesn't work, I go to John Summerall. I go to Joe Brady. I go to guys that have a connection down there, right? Already, and they were loved when they, in the sense of Joe, they were loved when they were down there, and I go try to get those guys next.
Yeah. Any chance before we get into the rundown? Any shot that Sark leaves Texas for the league? Listen, I know Sark well. I think he's tired of it. I think he's talked to Nick, I'm sure, and Coach Saban has said, listen, man, this is why I left. This is why Mike Krzyzewski left college basketball early. I give him the most credit. He saw this shit coming down the pike and got out earlier than all of them, because it's the same thing in basketball, if not worse. I think Sark's fed up. Like, I think Sark wants out because this is basically the NFL, so why not go to the NFL where it's at least contracted and there's actual contracts that these guys got to live by. They just can't up and leave. I think he's tired of that. Even though the portal's going to 1, I still think I can see him leaving this.
Oh, 100%. I mean, you listen, college coaches and whatever sport you pick. Look at Tennessee's coach, baseball coach. What did he do? He left Tennessee where he was making more money and goes to be the manager of the San Francisco Giants, right? Like, it's happening in all of college sports. College coaches, they don't have enough time. It's too much on them. They would just rather coach the game and enjoy the game that they grew up loving and that they loved coaching and why they got into the business. They didn't get into the business to manage books and manage contracts and everything else, because your college GMs are not what your professional GMs are. No, those are dudes that have done it for a living. These college GMs are dudes that are just friends, and all of a sudden you put them in a lot of different places. Not all, but a lot of different organizations and universities are just friends that you just label them as a GM, and they don't control shit.
AJ, I said this like a couple of weeks ago, and then I was a hater. I said there's really one guy doing it, and that's Mike Lombardi, who's done it in the NFL. Other than that, they're fucking DFOs. Stop. They're really SIDs.
Yeah.
Like, we're just putting these guys, coach, he was responsible for Notre Dame's roster at Notre Dame. He's at SC. Shut the fuck up. These guys are clowns that think that they're really GMs in college. They just took a 10th extra coach, put him on the field, Smitty, when they went from 9 to 10 full-timers. Then they added 1 million analysts. They added DFOs times 2, which is considered a GM. And now you got SIDs, like a whole office of SIDs. We used to have one guy. Like, this shit is ridiculous now. It's become a mockery. I agree with AJ's point. That's a great take, because I think, like, who wants to manage books and shit, Smitty, like when I'm coaching?
No,
like,
and that's the issue. And that's what I've heard in the past on Sark is, listen, Texas is a great spot to be, right? Even though I think it's overhyped a lot, but it's the reason it's overhyped is because of the amount of money they have at that university and the people that are tied in with that university. It's not from a winning factor, because they ain't won anything.
Really haven't won much. Yeah.
But they think, all right, well, in this day and age, if we can get the money there and we do the right stuff, then everything's based off of money in college so we can win. But I think I've heard rumblings. I mean, even last year, going back to Sark supposedly wanting the Vegas job with the Raiders, right, is that he was tired of the alumni and the boosters and the control they had on the program. And I think, listen, I think they could possibly lose the next 3 out of 4 of their remaining games. I mean, they got a tough end to their season. Smitty talked about it yesterday. I think it was Mississippi State.
They got Vandy, Georgia, Arkansas, Texas A&M.
Right. So, I could see him losing 3 out of 4. If that happens, I think Sark, is gone. And then it really makes the coaching carousel just a absolute shit show because, that will be the number one sought after job. It's just what it is.
It'll jump all the other jobs, huh?
Yeah, 100%. Just because of the money.
That's crazy. It's interesting, man. I don't know. You think so? Shaun King and Weddle and I argued because Lane and Sark are like best friends in the world, at least in this profession. And I don't know how Lane would take that job. Like, because I know a lot of people are hitting me up like, "Oh, Lane's going to take Texas for Sark," and I go, "I don't think that. I'm against it. You kind of believe in it. Tell me why."
Well, it's not from a sense of Lane pushing for the job and Sark getting pushed out. Yeah. Right. It's not like he's trying to backdoor him and get a little backstab in there. That ain't it. I think it's Sark wanting to leave. And so therefore Sark being able to say, hey, if you want this job, this is the demands I would go in with. And if they're willing to give you these demands, then it's a good job. But this is what I would and kind of help Lane out from a sense of like, this is what to expect from them. And this is what I would, because listen, they're all tied in with Jimmy Sexton. So it's being able to work the system in your favor, which is why I think he would take that job because listen, from a money standpoint, and you have the resources there to win. It's just whether you believe in yourself. And listen, Lane believes in himself. Hell, he was talking shit to old buddy on the field before he did his press conference. I think he likes the water too much, and Austin's way too like left winged. Like it's just a weird. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to me. Like Sark's more like L.A. I can go live in Austin. Lane, even though he's in LA, obviously, and all that, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting,
when
man.
He talks, homie, it's his job.
It does talk, but also like Lane's come out, and Lane is this way. By the way, he don't care about money like that. He's not gonna know what I mean by that is he's not gonna allow money. Yeah, but he's been that way since I've known him. Though he's not gonna allow money to make a decision because he learned that from his pops. So, like, he's not, in my opinion, he's not going to let that happen.
They're making $9 million a year right now, not counting any bonuses. So, I mean,
and the rumors are like the Florida will offer him over 13.
Yeah.
So, it
matters is what I'm saying. I was like,
it does matter. But I'm saying, but like to AJ's point, if Ole Miss offers him 13 mil to stay, and then Florida offers him 13 mil to go, to me, I don't know.
I don't think it's based off the money of his contract as much. Now, do I think he's going to push and Jimmy and them will push for him to get 15 mil a year, especially if the reports are true of him getting 13 or 13 and a half from Florida? They're still going to push that. And Texas can do that with the amount of money they have. They could do that. They could pay him 15 mil a year. That where people forget is the money side of it. What you have to go in and ask is, okay, what's my rev share amount? Is that going to be able to bump up more? All right. Were the contracts going into this season, were they front loaded or are they back loaded to where I have more money to spend this off season? Like what's the amount of that money? And am I able to get more if I need it? So I think when I think of the money situation, I don't think of his contract alone. I think of what type of money is in the program right now, and what are we willing to spend And am I able to get more in the end to go get the guys that I need to get, to pull the guys from Alabama, to pull the guys from Georgia or wherever, like, and also be able to recruit these dudes to keep them from going to these other universities, like to keep them out of, they're from Florida, bring them over to Texas. They're from Louisiana, bring them over to Texas. Like that's the money I think about when I think of the coaching situation.
Take a look at this clip on McAfee's show the other day from Lane and see if you think it's organic or not. Smitty, AJ, and go from there real quick.
Said there, just so you know, because you haven't known me very long, Pat, I've never made a decision based off of money, nor will I. And
Love that.
For a lot of people, they're just like, well, money and it does this and does that. I've seen too many examples in life where money does not buy happiness. So I am never going to make a decision off of money. Nor do I care about it. And
it's good to have.
Jimmy Sexton gets really mad when I say that.
He's got enough.
We got to get this. We got to get this. And I'm like, Jimmy, I don't care. And he goes, I do.
He said, that's why I'm here. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly what AJ said earlier. Jimmy's going to try to get all those. He got all these guys. Those are his guys. So, like, it's funny, man. It's funny, like, how this is going to work out. I just don't think he's like, I think it's for his dad taught him well as a youngster, like, don't shop a job on a job. I know that was a big thing from that family. The same with Urban Meyer, same with Saban. A lot of guys don't shop a job. I'll fire your ass if you're shopping while you're on the job.
Yeah, I don't think money runs him. Listen, Lane's made enough money in his whole career, right? I mean, he's been hired and fired enough to where you're getting paid regardless. So I think he's true in that. That's why I said I think it comes down to the money inside the program. Front-loaded contracts, back-loaded contracts, what's the rev share? I think it's everything, every other factor around it. I mean, Lane's got enough money to do what the hell he wants. Like he ain't worried about the money in his contract, but Jimmy is, because Jimmy gets 3%. And if Jimmy's getting 3% of every big-time coach that he's pushing, what does that do for Jimmy?
Yeah, he's got more than all of them. Here's the thing, like. At the end of the day, though, there's a lot of jobs open. We haven't seen this many jobs open before November ever, and $179 million paid out already. Like, it's crazy, and we're not probably there yet. Like, we're probably going to see Norvell go. We're probably going to see a few others. We'll see what happens with Dion in Colorado. He's got a big contract there, and his health and all that other shit. Listen, there's going to be some more pieces to this that falls here. Like, I truly believe it. Or move around, right? You're going to see Lee Vandy for something. Signetti's kind of locked in, but he probably wishing he didn't lock it in this early. Now that Florida, Penn State, all these jobs are open. I think they locked him in Indiana just because that Penn State job came open. I don't think he thought Florida and LSU and all these other jobs would be open this soon. I
just ask y'all. I'll go down. This is an interesting thing. I'll go down just at some of the SEC schools, and whether you think they're you just tell me if you think for sure they're going to be there. Ole Miss.
No.
Is it a guarantee? No. Missouri.
No. Drink.
Auburn.
No.
I think he's gone.
Florida is already open.
It's over. Yeah.
Lebby at Mississippi State.
What I say he stays because I don't think there's a better job for him, and I don't think he's going to be he's not a high commodity at this moment right now that he would have been.
Arkansas already open.
Yeah.
Vandy. What happens with Clark Lee?
I think he'll stay.
I think he leaves too. I don't know where, but I think it's going to be interesting with Clark. I think he ends up staying or he goes to either Arkansas, LSU, one of the bigger jobs. Like Vanderbilt's great and it's a good story and all that. And James Franklin did a good job there too and beat Georgia and had some great wins. But you can't sustain it, in my opinion, versus these other teams. And I think Clark knows that. LSU
already open. South Carolina, Beamer.
It'll be open.
Open, yeah.
Kentucky with Stoops.
It'll be open.
Oklahoma with Venables.
Ooh, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting.
Ooh.
Tennessee. If Oklahoma job comes open and Heupel takes that job, now Tennessee's open. That's just in the SEC. Look at how many jobs could be open.
Damn.
That's right at 10 that could be open, if not more. That's insane. That's in the SEC. This coaching carousel is about to be nuts. Like you said, we already got 11 openings. You already got what, 3 in the SEC that are open, and you're not even till 2 November.
Yeah, that's a hell of a point because you got other big jobs that are going to come open. Oklahoma State's there. Michigan State may open. UCLA sitting here on the West Coast with 95 degrees weather this week. Like, I'm just saying, it's going to be very interesting on some of these jobs. Now, some of these jobs aren't attractive like they once were. Boone's Pickens not at Oklahoma State no more, so it's kind of deteriorated that job. But it's still got facilities. They still got a conference you can win in. Same with Va-Tech, right? Man, Oregon State's kind of the big dog out, and then Stanford has to hire a coach, by the way. They've got an interim coach there. So, like, it's crazy. I've never seen it like this in my life. Never. Because that's the landscape we created. NCAA created this landscape, by the way.
Yep.
So, I don't know. But anyway –